down. He was screaming at us to go somewhere private if she was going to cause an effing scene. Kate was crying hysterically and completely reliving one of the worst moments of her life, and he was yelling at her. I was so mad, but I had to calm Kate down, so I picked her up and carried her to a quiet room and stayed with her until she was okay. She felt so bad and kept saying over and over again that she ruins everything and apologizing. I told her that what he did was unacceptable and that it wouldn't have been a big scene if he didn't make it one. She can't control her panic attacks, but he can control his outbursts, and he made it way worse for her. I was still really pissed at him, but I told Kate that I would go and talk it out with him, so that's what I attempted to do. Him and his wife were both really angry that she couldn't make it to another room before having a breakdown. I tried to take a few deep breaths and explain that she can't hold in a flashback, they just happen, and that she hasn't had a serious panic attack in over a year, so it's normal for them to be more intense. I asked them to put themselves in her shoes and how upset they would be if someone was going to hurt them, and they were terrified, and instead of helping I yelled and berated them for being afraid. My brother said that that's different because that would be them in a real situation, and this was all a fragment of my wife's issues. But this was real. What she went through happened to her, and during her flashbacks they feel just as real as that event, so it is the same thing. I said as much, and that they aren't being fair to someone who has always gone above and beyond to be nice to them even on her hardest days. One of my sisters said that my brother was being a jerk and to stop being a drama queen. My brother then blew up again and got in my face and said if I hadn't married a delusional girl who got messed up and broken by some other guys, his wedding wouldn't have been ruined. I lost it. I punched him and broke his nose. He fell on the ground and started crying. I got in his face and told him that he was more messed up than she will ever be, and if I ever found out he talked about Kate that way again, I would break a lot more than his nose, and I left. My parents tried to calm me down and said it was messed up what he said, but that none of it was technically untrue. I flipped out and told them if they genuinely felt that way, that I never wanted to hear from anyone who thinks that, because she doesn't need that in her life, and I don't need people who don't respect and care about the best thing that has ever happened to me. I know hitting him was wrong, but Kate has been scared, depressed, and in pain, but she was never messed up or broken. And the insinuation that the strongest person I have ever met is nothing more than a broken dish that needed to be glued back together as if it was that simple pushed me over the edge of being rational in that moment. My sisters and the majority of my extended family are on my side. But my parents, brother, and some of my other family are really angry that I would hit him on the best day of his life. But he made it one of Kate's most embarrassing, and I won't forgive or apologize to him for his actions. Kate has sat down with me and thinks I should at least work on forgiving him. She doesn't think he was right and is still extremely upset by what was said, but she explained that she's a lot and she knows it. Her panic attacks can be scary and upsetting for others too, and that I may have chosen to face and tackle those problems with her together, but that my brother hasn't. He didn't choose to be there for her during those moments, and he shouldn't be expected to be. Should he have made it worse and freak out? No, but some people just don't know how to respond in those situations. I know she has a valid point, but I don't think I can forgive him, and I definitely don't think I can apologize to him for the situation. I just don't think I can. So what does everyone think? Am I the jerk for not apologizing? Should I try to move on and forgive him?